Hello, hello. So, my name is Araya. I am a psychic medium, angel channel, energy healer, dragon master, and I love all things metaphysic. And I'm here today to address a question in my For the Love of Dragons group. And it's been coming across the board, both in the group and in people who contact me based on the book that they're working through, The Dragon Within. And essentially what's happening is people are having experiences. They are finally being introduced to dragons, or they're having some kind of a meditation experience where they go in deep and they're in a regression of some type. And they see themselves, and they really feel like the dragon is there, that's their body, their maybe carcass on the floor. And there was a beautiful example that's emailed to me yesterday that I'm going to share in the group after this, because there's my little dragon dog. Because it was so beautifully expressed, and I think something that a lot of you will connect to. But the other piece too is that you can go in and see my own experiences in chapter 1 and 2 that I shared as far as live videos in the For the Love of Dragons group. I've brought them back up to the top of the feed today, so they're easy to find. But they tell of my own experiences where I actually go in and feel like I am Tana. I am the water dragon, and I'm they're living that experience through her eyes, like actually seeing through her eyes. And I know that for me, I've had experiences in other realms, in other universes, in other dimensions, where I do feel I have my wings. I can feel them. I'm able to travel other places. I'm not always traveling on a dragon, as a dragon rider, so to speak, what I might call that. And so I would say that both are possible. I would say that a lot of people are going to come in and experience things external to themselves, where they have a guide who's present with them, who is working to bring them knowledge, understanding, growth, new experience. All kinds of things are possible, right? And the other possibility is that you actually are the dragon, because as I understand and see metaphysics, and I will be the first one to say, I don't know everything. There's so much more to learn. There's such an expansive wealth of stuff that we're growing into and understanding every day and every lifetime that we're here. But in my knowledge and understanding and experience, if we have this great soul capacity for multidimensional travel and experience, and even on the earth plane, in this time-space continuum, people have progressions and regressions, right? They're able to go into future lives, maybe out in the 3000s, where we haven't even gotten to yet. They're able to go in past lives, maybe 1200 years ago, maybe 5,000 years ago in Egypt, maybe during the time of Christ or just before, maybe 60,000 years ago in Atlantis. So are these just memories, or because there's no time and space outside of this dimensional awareness, are they potentially all happening simultaneously? So that we're getting drop-in pockets of expansion from our soul's capacity and memory, where we actually are experiencing them all at once and having this growth and interacting with the same people, because we tend to have reincarnation memories around the same soul member families, right? So all that to say, yes, there's so much possible. All this can be happening now, but if you can be in this form in all these different extensions of yourself, and it is possible that there's this soul unit that actually has the capacity to send an energy flow out to a specific pocket or dimension to have that experience. And it is my belief that you can do that in different forms. That you can actually be that dragon who's come from another dimension to experience being human. And that in being human and going through all the lifetimes here and going into the spirit realms here and the hell and heaven realms there and experiencing growth there, you can actually go and experience the angelic realms and moving into the angelic planes and earning your angel wings in the human form, while still having, in some etheric form of yourself, dragon wings. Hey, Nikki. And so that's just to say, don't limit the possibilities. I think what we're finding out about the universe is that there's so much capacity, so much unknown. And to just keep all things possible, to keep your mind open and your heart open to what is out there. As long as it's all about love and light. And that's another thing that people say, they're scared of the dragons, or how can the dragons be associated with love and light and God or angels? How can those two be similar and be associated? And I had to wrestle with that one for a lot of years. I'll be honest with you. I actually put the dragons on the shelf for a while because I was so focused on my journey towards Mother, Father, God and what that aspect held for me that I didn't see how I could reconcile them being both together. And it's taken me full circle around to really seeing where the dragons worked. You know, they're part of God's creation, and they were part of God's creation that came in and volunteered to help manifest this specific universe with these specific planets and the potential for life in human form here. So, to me, they are part of God, and they are as loving and as full of light and service and protection and angelic energy as the angels. And I do see that there are angelic realms in both. And granted, there are, just like human form, just like spirit forms in the spirit realms, there are dragons out there that maybe aren't in the highest service, who are having a different agenda and maybe not in the best interests of everyone. But that's always free will, choice, and experience. My experience, because of what I call in, is with dragons that are of the highest service and best intention. And so almost every experience I have with a dragon, and there are so many because they are coming from all the different star systems, both in this galaxy and universes and outside of this one. And they have so much to share and teach and show us, because our limited understanding of what is happening here is just that. It's very limited. And I know that humanity is ready for expansion and ready for this huge blast of knowledge and breakthrough. We're going through a new doorway, and all of that takes faith and knowledge. So to answer the question of that, yes, I absolutely believe that both are possible, and to have faith in your experience. And sometimes, you know what I do? I put it on the shelf for a while. If there's something I don't know, especially in the metaphysical realms, because there's so much, or I can't understand and can't rectify within myself, I can set it on the shelf for a while. I set the dragons on the shelf for a while until I could come back to them and fully embrace and know with certainty. And so if you're uncertain of something, set it on the shelf for a while and ask your guides, ask God to show you the truth of it, to bring it into your life, the experience, to know the clarity and understanding of that particular thing, because that's when your growth happens. And you don't have to have all the answers today at all. What I am here to say, I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I'm loving sharing and opening this wealth of dragons and knowledge to so many, because it is a huge expansion right now on the earth. So many are starting to have experiences, and that excites me. And I know that's part of my task. I've got to bring it, all the understanding and knowledge that I have, because so many have confusion. It's new. There's not a lot of information out there. So I am joyous to bring it. And if I can be of service to you, if there is a challenge in your life you're trying to work through in any realm, whether it's dragons or not, that's what I do. I work one-on-one with people. I use my psychic mediumship and my energy healing skills to move things through whatever's holding you back right now. And maybe it's just spiritual expansion. Maybe it's moving into your path and getting a start on that. And that excites me the most usually, especially when there's a dragon involved. But that's what I'm here for. Reach out. If there's anything I can do, whether it's a dragon reading to help you meet and know your dragon, an activation to get some channels moving through your body, because the dragons are all about ascending the light bodies. They're clearing out densities in all of the channels in our body so that we can bring more crystal and light and grids in. So that said, I also have upcoming, I'm really excited about a book club coming up For the Love of Dragons. It's going to be about the dragon within, but the information is going to be out early next week. We're going to start mid-January, and so watch for that. And I just hope you have a blessed day. And if you have any other questions come up, please post them in the group or message me with them, because I love sharing, because it's not just you that has that question, and every question is valid. There's no silly questions. And you know what? Every time I get to talk about stuff like this, it's going to benefit everyone that watches it, because I guarantee you other people have that same question. They're having the same experience. I know it because I'm getting emails from more than one person. So have a fabulous day, and we'll see you next week, hopefully with chapter 3 of How the Dragons Came Into My Life. Bye.